Let us begin by quieting the mind. Let us step away from the noise of the day, the rush of the hours, and the pressing concerns of the surface of our world. Let us simply breathe and cast our imagination upwards. Imagine, if you will, that you are standing in a wide, open field on a clear, moonless night. The air is cool and still. Above you, the dome of the sky is a vast, velvety curtain punctured by the light of thousands of stars. They twinkle in the silence, diamonds scattered on black velvet, ancient and steady. To the naked eye, the universe looks uniform. It looks consistent. We see stars in every direction. We trace the faint, milky band of our galaxy arching overhead, a river of light that seems to hold us in a gentle embrace. It feels as though we are simply one star among many, floating in a standard, typical corner of the cosmos. But appearances can be deceiving. The serenity of the night sky hides a profound truth, a truth that astronomers have only recently begun to fully understand. We are not in a normal place. We are not in a typical environment. When we look at the maps of our galaxy, when we study the distribution of gas and dust and starlight, a strange picture emerges. Earth and our Sun and the entire solar system are floating in the middle of a vast, empty cavern. We are not in the thick of the forest. We are in a clearing. We are in a bubble. To understand why this is strange, we must first understand what the space between stars is usually like. We often think of space as a perfect vacuum, an absolute void where nothing exists. And while it is true that space is incredibly empty compared to the atmosphere of a planet, the space inside a galaxy is never truly empty. It is filled with the interstellar medium. This is a soup of hydrogen gas, helium, trace metals, and microscopic dust grains. In a typical region of a galaxy like ours, this medium is like a fog. It drifts in great clouds. It clumps together to form nurseries where new stars are born. It is cold and it is relatively dense. But here, where we are, things are different. For 1,000 light years in nearly every direction, the space around us is startlingly empty. The density of the gas here is 10 times lower than the average density of the Milky Way. It is a region of space that astronomers call the local bubble. Imagine walking through a dense, ancient forest. Trees surround you on all sides, blocking out the light. The undergrowth is thick. The air is heavy with mist. You struggle to see more than a few yards ahead. And then, suddenly, you step out into a meadow. The trees pull back. The sky opens up. The air becomes clear and thin. You can see for miles. This is where we live. We live in the meadow. The local bubble is a cavity in the interstellar medium, shaped roughly like an hourglass or a peanut, stretching hundreds of light years across. It is not a void of nothingness, but a void of cold gas. Instead, it is filled with a tenuous, incredibly hot gas, radiating in X-rays, humming with the energy of a violent past. Why is this strange? Because the galaxy is usually a crowded, dusty place. If we were located inside one of the dense molecular clouds that populate the spiral arms, our night sky would look very different. It might be darker, obscured by thick dust lanes that block the light of distant galaxies. It might be brighter in infrared, glowing with the heat of star formation. But here, the view is clear. We have a front row seat to the universe because the windows have been washed clean. We must ask ourselves, how did this bubble form? Why is our neighborhood so quiet, so empty, so distinct from the regions that surround it? The story of our strange location is a story of destruction and creation. It is a story that played out millions of years ago, long before humanity looked up and wondered. It is believed that this bubble was carved out by the deaths of stars. 10 to 20 million years ago, a cluster of massive stars, siblings born from the same cloud, drifted through this region. These were giants, burning their fuel at a voracious rate, living fast and dying young. And when they died, they did not go quietly. They exploded as supernovae. One by one, like depth charges detonating in the ocean, these stars exploded. The force of these blasts was unimaginable. They sent shockwaves rippling through the interstellar medium. They swept up the coal gas and dust, pushing it outward, scouring the region clean. They heated the remaining gas to millions of degrees. Imagine a child blowing a bubble in a glass of milk. The air pushes the liquid away, creating a pocket. That is what happened here. The supernovae blew a bubble in the galaxy. They pushed the dense walls of gas further and further out, creating a shell. And today, we are drifting through the interior of that shell. The Sun, in its long orbit around the galactic center, happened to enter this bubble about 5 or 10 million years ago. We drifted into the clearing, and we have been moving through it ever since. This strangeness of our location has profound implications for our existence, and perhaps for our safety. The dense clouds of the galaxy can be dangerous places. They are filled with radiation. They are turbulent. They are the sites of frequent stellar collisions and gravitational disruptions. By living in the bubble, we are somewhat sheltered. We are in a quiet backwater, a calm eddy in the turbulent river of the Milky Way. But the bubble is not just a void, it is a structure. The walls of the local bubble, those regions where the gas was piled up by the explosions, are now the sites of new star formation. The shock waves that cleared our home also compressed the gas at the edges, triggering the birth of new suns. When we look at the constellations of Scorpius and Centaurus, or the Taurus-Auriga complex, we are looking at the walls of our bubble. We are seeing the debris of the explosions that cleared our path, now glowing with the light of young stars. We are sitting in the eye of a very old storm. The violence has passed, leaving behind a silence, a clarity, a stillness that defines our nights. As we drift through this low-density cavity, we are afforded a privilege that few other locations might offer. Because the gas around us is so thin, it does not block the light from the rest of the universe. We can peer out of our galaxy to see the Andromeda galaxy spiraling in the distance. We can see the cosmic microwave background, the afterglow of the Big Bang itself. If we were buried deep inside a dust cloud, these sights might be hidden from us. Our astronomy, our understanding of the cosmos, depends heavily on this strange transparency of our immediate neighborhood. Let us pause and consider the scale of this bubble. It is approximately 1,000 light-years wide. To a human, that number is abstract. It is meaningless in its vastness. But to the galaxy, which is 100,000 light-years across, it is a tiny pocket. It is a local quirk. Inside this pocket, the Sun is not alone. We have neighbors: Alpha Centauri, Sirius, Procyon, Altair. These familiar stars, the brightest lights in our sky, are our fellow travelers within the bubble. We are a small community floating in this rarefied atmosphere. But even within the bubble, there are textures. There are local clouds, wisps of gas that survived the Great Purging. The Sun is currently moving through one of these wisps, known as the local interstellar cloud. It is a fluff of gas, slightly denser than the rest of the bubble, but still incredibly tenuous, far thinner than the best vacuum we can create in a laboratory on Earth. We are sailing through a wisp of smoke in a vast, empty hall. This is the first layer of our strangeness. We are protected. We are exposed. We are in a hole in the fabric of the galactic medium. But this is only the local picture. To understand just how truly strange our position is, we must zoom out. We must leave the local bubble behind and look at the structure of the Milky Way itself. We must find our address in the Great Spiral City. Let us gently pull our perspective backward. Let us rise up, out of the local bubble, out of the immediate neighborhood of the Sun. We travel faster than light in our imagination, soaring upwards until the Sun becomes just one star among billions, until the constellations warp and fade, and the great structure of our home reveals itself. We see the Milky Way. It is a masterpiece of gravity and time. A barred spiral galaxy, vast and majestic. It has a bright, glowing core, a dense bar of old yellow stars stretching across the center. And radiating outwards from this bar are the great spiral arms, rivers of light, blue and white, curving gracefully through the darkness. These arms are the bustling avenues of the galaxy. They are the Scutum Centaurus arm, the Perseus arm, the Norma arm, the Sagittarius arm. They are regions of high density. They are traffic jams of cosmic proportions. In the spiral arms, gas clouds are compressed. Gravity is constantly at work. This is where the galaxy is most alive, where stars are being born in furious bursts, and where they die in brilliant explosions. The arms are beautiful, chaotic, and dangerous. If you were to look at a map of a city, the spiral arms would be the downtown districts, the busy highways, the industrial zones where construction never ceases. They are loud, they are crowded. Now, look for Earth. Look for the Sun. We are not in the main arms. We are not in the bustling downtown. We are in the suburbs. We are located in a structure known as the Orion Spur, or the Orion Cygnus Arm. It is a minor feature. It is a bridge of stars and gas connecting two of the major arms, the Sagittarius Arm and the Perseus Arm. We are tucked away in between the massive structures in a quiet lane that connects the major highways. This location, this spur, is a very strange place to be. And it is a very fortunate place to be. Consider the dynamics of a spiral galaxy. The spiral arms are not solid structures. They are density waves. Imagine a traffic jam on a highway. The cars slow down as they enter the jam, they bunch up, and then they speed up as they leave. The jam itself stays in one place or moves slowly even though the cars are passing through it. The spiral arms are like that traffic jam. Stars and gas clouds move into the arms, they get compressed, they interact, and then they move out. But the Sun? The Sun is currently between the major arms. We are in the space between the density waves. This region is known as the corrotation circle, a special zone where the speed of the star's orbit around the galaxy roughly matches the speed of the spiral arms themselves. This is a critical and strange synchronization. Because we are moving at roughly the same speed as the spiral structure, we do not pass through the arms very often. We stay in the quiet zone between them for long periods of time. If we were closer to the galactic center, we would be orbiting faster, whipping through the spiral arms frequently, exposing our solar system to intense radiation and the gravitational chaos of giant molecular clouds. If we were much further out, we would be too slow, and the arms would sweep past us, subjecting us to the same dangers. But here, in the Orion Spur, we are in a sweet spot. We are surfing the wave, staying in the trough between the crests. Why is this important? Why does this strangeness matter to the story of life? Life requires stability. It requires long, uninterrupted eons to evolve. On Earth, life has been developing for nearly 4 billion years. It has gone from single cells to complex ecosystems to consciousness. This process is delicate. It can be easily disrupted by cosmic catastrophes. If we were located deep inside a major spiral arm, the probability of a supernova would be much higher. A supernova exploding within 30 light-years of Earth could strip away our ozone layer, bathing the surface of the planet in lethal ultraviolet radiation. It could alter our climate, causing ice ages or mass extinctions. If we were in a dense cluster of stars, the gravitational pull of passing neighbors could disrupt the Oort cloud, the vast shell of comets that surrounds our solar system. This could send a rain of comets plunging toward the inner solar system, bombarding Earth with impacts that would reset the clock of evolution. But out here, in the Orion Spur, the traffic is light. The neighbors are distant. We have been granted a long, quiet era of peace. The strange emptiness of our location is the very thing that has allowed us to thrive. Let us look deeper at the Orion Spur itself. Even though it is a minor arm, it is still a place of beauty. It contains the Orion Nebula, a glowing nursery of stars visible to the naked eye. It contains the Pleiades, the Seven Sisters, a cluster of young, hot blue stars passing through a dust cloud. But these active regions are at a comfortable distance. We can observe them, we can admire them, but we are not right in the middle of them. We are situated about 26,000 light-years from the galactic center. This specific distance is often referred to by astrobiologists as the galactic habitable zone. Just as a star has a habitable zone, a distance where it is not too hot and not too cold for liquid water, the galaxy has a habitable zone. too close to the core, and the radiation is too intense. The density of stars is too high. The central supermassive black hole, Sagittarius AF, dominates the environment with its immense gravity and occasional outbursts of energy. The center of the galaxy is a chaotic, hostile place, sterilized by X-rays and gamma rays. Too far out, near the rim of the galaxy, and the composition of the universe changes. Stars there are poor in metals, the heavy elements like carbon, oxygen, silicon, and iron. These elements are created in the hearts of stars and scattered by supernovae. In the outer rim, there haven't been enough generations of stars to enrich the gas. Without these heavy elements, you cannot form rocky planets, you cannot form Earths. You might have gas giants, but you would lack the solid ground, the water, the organic chemistry needed for life. So we find ourselves in the middle, the Goldilocks zone of the Milky Way. We are far enough from the core to avoid the deadly radiation and the gravitational chaos. We are close enough to the center to be in a region rich in heavy elements, allowing for the formation of a rocky planet with a complex chemistry. And we are in the Orion Spur, the quiet bridge, the safe harbor between the turbulent storms of the major arms. It is a layering of coincidences. A bubble within a spur, within a habitable zone. As we drift through space, it is easy to feel small. It is easy to feel that our location is random. And perhaps it is. Perhaps there are billions of other worlds in similar quiet pockets. But to us, this strangeness is everything. Imagine the view from a planet inside the globular cluster M13. There, stars are packed so tightly that the night sky would be ablaze with thousands of stars brighter than the full moon. There would be no true night. The concept of a void would be alien to them. Their sky would be a ceiling of blinding light. They would not see the universe beyond. The glare of their neighbors would blind them to the distant galaxies. They might never know the scale of the cosmos. Or imagine a planet drifting in the halo of the galaxy high above the galactic plane. Their sky would be black, truly black, with only the terrifying looming disk of the Milky Way stretching across half the horizon, a giant spiral seen from above. They would be alone in the dark, separated from the warmth of the galactic community. We have the perfect vantage point. We have the darkness to see the light. We have the quiet to hear the silence. We have the distance to be safe, but the proximity to be rich in the ingredients of life. The Orion Spur is our quiet street in the vast metropolis. It is a street lined with old, stable stars. A street where the traffic is slow. A street where the lights of the city center are visible in the distance, beautiful and bright, but far enough away that we can sleep soundly at night. But even this quiet street is moving. Nothing in the universe is static. The Orion Spur is shifting. The sun is orbiting. The bubble we live in is expanding and cooling. As we move deeper into this documentary, we must understand that this strangeness is also a product of time. We are here now. In the deep past, Earth may have passed through dangerous regions. In the deep future, we may enter them again. But for this moment, this fleeting window of a few million years that contains the entire history of the human species, we are in a sanctuary. We are travelers on a raft, floating down a calm stretch of a wild river. We look back and see the rapids we have survived. We look forward and see the bends in the river we have yet to navigate. But here, the water is glassy and smooth. Let us appreciate this smoothness. Let us appreciate the anomaly of the void. We have spoken of our location in the map of the galaxy. We have found ourselves in the Orion Spur, drifting in the local bubble, safe in the suburbs between the chaotic arms of the Milky Way. But a map is a static thing. It shows us where things are, but it does not show us how they move. And the movement of our Earth, our Sun, and our entire solar family is far stranger and more beautiful than a simple circle. We do not just orbit the center of the galaxy in a flat plane. We do not ride a smooth rail. We dance. Imagine a carousel. As the horses go round and round, they also bob up and down. They rise and they fall. This is the motion of the sun. As we circle the galactic center, a journey that takes 230 million years to complete once, we are also bobbing up and down through the disk of the galaxy. This is a majestic slow-motion oscillation. It is a wave that we are riding through the cosmos. To understand this, we must visualize the Milky Way not just as a spiral, but as a pancake, a thin, flat disk of stars and gas. But gravity is a subtle master. The mass of the galactic disk pulls the stars towards the middle. When a star like the Sun is born or disturbed, it might drift slightly above the plane of the disk. As it rises, the gravity of all the stars below pulls it back down. It accelerates, gaining speed, and plunges through the disk. But it has momentum, so it shoots out the bottom side. Then, the gravity of the disk above pulls it back up and down, north and south, above and below. This cycle is incredibly long. It takes about 60 million years to complete one full oscillation, up, down, and back to the start. Where are we now in this great cosmic breath? We are currently just above the midplane of the galaxy. We are roughly 50 to 70 light-years north of the galactic equator, and we are moving upwards. We passed through the dense midplane about 3 million years ago, and we are now climbing into the thinner air of the galactic north. This vertical motion is one of the strangest aspects of our location, and it may hold the key to the history of life on Earth. Consider what happens when we pass through the midplane. That is where the galaxy is thickest. That is where the gas clouds are most concentrated. That is where the dark matter, that mysterious invisible substance that outweighs the stars, is densest. Some scientists believe that this bobbing motion is the clock that times the great extinctions. Every 30 to 60 million years, as we plunge through the crowded galactic plane, we are exposed to higher risks. We might pass through dark nebulae that dim the sun. The gravitational tides of the dense disk might disturb the Oort cloud, sending comets raining down on the dinosaurs, on the ancient oceans, on the silent forests of the past. It is a chilling thought, but also a connecting one. It connects the extinction of the dinosaurs, the rise of mammals, and the rhythm of our own breath to the gravity of the Milky Way. We are not disconnected observers. The geology of Earth is tied to the geography of the galaxy. But now, we are climbing. We are moving away from the danger zone. We are rising towards the crest of the wave. As we get higher above the plane, the view changes. If we could live for 10 million years, we would see the band of the Milky Way beneath us grow brighter and wider. We would see the galaxy not as a line cutting through the sky, but as a vast, glowing floor of stars spreading out beneath our feet. We are currently in a high place, a place of relative clarity. As we rise, the dust thins out even more. We are lifting our heads above the galactic smog. This vertical position adds another layer to our strange location. We are in a bubble, in a spur, and above the plane. We are in the clear air. And let us also consider the speed of our journey. We are moving around the galaxy at a staggering speed, nearly 500,000 miles per hour. And yet, we feel nothing. The motion is frictionless, it is silent. But there is a twist. Literally. The galaxy is not rotating like a solid record, it is fluid. The inner parts spin faster than the outer parts, but there is also a warp in the disk. The Milky Way is not perfectly flat, it is bent like a vinyl record that has been left in the sun. It curves up on one side and down on the other. As we drift through the Orion Spur, we are riding on this warped, twisted landscape. We are navigating the topography of gravity. Let us expand our sense of time. We often talk of years. A year is the time it takes Earth to go around the Sun. But let us speak of the galactic year. The cosmic year. One galactic year is 230 million Earth years. The last time the Sun was in this specific part of the galaxy, dinosaurs were just beginning to appear on Earth. The continents were fused together in the supercontinent of Pangaea. The Atlantic Ocean did not exist. Flowering plants had not yet evolved. Mammals were tiny, shrew-like creatures hiding in the shadows. One galactic year before that, Earth was a water world, teeming with primitive marine life, before the great colonization of the land. One galactic year before that, the land was barren rock, and life was microscopic. We have only completed about 20 orbits of the galaxy since the Sun was born. We are barely 20 years old in galactic time. We are young. We are travelers who have only just begun to see the sights. And in this current orbit, in this specific galactic year, we find ourselves in the strange quiet of the local bubble. It is a momentary pause, a breath of fresh air in a long, dusty journey. As we visualize this vertical dance, this bobbing cork in the galactic ocean, we must realize that our safety is transient. We will plunge back down. We will re-enter the disk. We will cross the plane again in about 30 million years. But for us, for human civilization, 30 million years is eternity. For us, the clearing in the forest is permanent enough. We have time. We have the stillness of the bubble. We have the view from the high ground. But even the galaxy, with all its billions of stars, is not the end of the story. Our strange location is not defined only by where we are in the Milky Way. It is defined by where the Milky Way is in the universe. And this, perhaps, is the strangest part of all. Let us zoom out once more. Let us leave the Orion spur. Let us leave the spiral arms. Let us leave the halo of dark matter that surrounds our galaxy. Let us rise until the Milky Way is a small, shimmering spiral in the dark, no bigger than a coin held at arm's length. What do we see? We see other islands. We see the Andromeda Galaxy, our great twin, spiraling in the silence 2.5 million light-years away. We see the Triangulum Galaxy and the Magellanic Clouds, those ragged satellite galaxies that dance around us like moths around a flame. Together, we form the Local Group. It is a small village of galaxies, a cluster of islands bound together by gravity, drifting through the dark. But if we look past our village, if we look at the map of the local universe, we see something unsettling. We see that we are not floating in a random sea. We are in a current. We are in a river. Everything is moving. And it is all moving in the same direction. The Milky Way, Andromeda, and the entire local group are rushing through space at over 1 million miles per hour. We are being pulled. We are sliding down a gravitational slope towards something truly massive. For decades, astronomers were puzzled by this motion. They called the destination the Great Attractor. It was a mystery hidden behind the dust of our own galaxy, a region of space we could not see, the zone of avoidance. Something out there, hundreds of millions of light-years away, was pulling us with the force of a quadrillion suns. We now know that the Great Attractor is a massive cluster of galaxies, a node in the cosmic web where matter is pooling together. But even the Great Attractor is just a bend in the river. We are part of something far larger. In 2014, scientists mapped the flows of thousands of galaxies around us. They traced their paths like tracing droplets of water to find the shape of a watershed. And they discovered that our local group is just a tiny speck on the edge of a titanic supercluster of galaxies. They named it Lania. The word is Hawaiian. It means immeasurable heaven. Lania is a structure of mind-bending proportions. It is 500 million light-years across. It contains 100,000 galaxies. It has the mass of 100 quadrillion suns, and it is shaped like a flowing network of veins or the branches of a tree or the neural pathways of a brain. And we are here, in Lania. But where in Lania? Once again, our location is strange. We are not in the center. The center of Lania is the Great Attractor, the dense, crowded downtown where galaxies are smashing together. We are on the outskirts, we are on the fringe, we are sliding along one of the outer filaments, a thin strand of galaxies flowing towards the center. We are in the cosmic countryside. But there is a deeper strangeness to our position in the universe. Not only are we in a bubble within a galaxy, but our galaxy itself seems to be in a void. Recent studies suggests that the Milky Way exists inside a massive underdensity called the KBC void, named after astronomers Keenan, Barger, and Cowie. This void is staggering. It is maybe 2 billion light-years across. It is a region where there are fewer galaxies, less matter, and less gravity than the cosmic average. Just as the sun is in a bubble of empty gas, our galaxy is in a bubble of empty space. This is a controversial idea, but if it is true, it explains so much. It explains why the expansion of the universe seems to be faster near us than it should be. If we are in a void, matter is flowing away from us towards the denser regions outside, stretching space faster locally. It means we are lonely on every scale. We are a lonely star in a lonely bubble, in a lonely suburb of a galaxy, which is itself drifting in a lonely void of the universe. It seems like a series of nesting dolls of emptiness. Why is this strange emptiness so consistent? Why does the universe seem to clear a path for us? If we were in the center of Lania, the night sky would not be black. It would be hazy with the glow of millions of nearby galaxies. The intergalactic space would be hot, filled with X-ray gas. It would be a place of violence and radiation. But here, in the KBC void, in the outskirts of the supercluster, the universe is quiet. The galaxies are far apart. Space is cold and clear. We are in the perfect observatory. Because we are in a low-density region, we can see out. We can see the cosmic microwave background, the first light of the universe, almost unimpeded. If we were in a dense cluster, that light might be distorted, scattered, or hidden. It is almost as if the universe arranged itself to allow us to see it. We are placed in the gallery, not on the stage. We are in the quiet, dark audience, perfectly positioned to watch the play of cosmic history unfold. And what a play it is! From our vantage point in the void, we can see the dipole repeller. This is a newly discovered region of space behind us. A true void, so empty that it effectively pushes us away. We are being repelled by the emptiness behind us and attracted by the mass of the Shapley supercluster ahead of us. We are caught in a cosmic wind, blowing from the empty spaces to the crowded ones. We are flowing. This flow is slow, so slow that it takes billions of years to notice. But it is real. The stars in our sky are not fixed. The galaxy is not fixed. The local group is not fixed. We are water in a river, tumbling over stones of dark matter, rushing towards a great ocean of galaxies we will never reach. Because the universe is expanding. This is the tragedy of our strange location. We are flowing towards the great attractor, towards the center of Lania. But the space between us and them is stretching. The universe is growing. Dark energy is pushing the galaxies apart. We are running a race we cannot win. We are reaching for our neighbors, but the ground is expanding beneath our feet. In billions of years, the flow will stop. The expansion will win. The distant superclusters will fade from view. They will accelerate away from us, crossing the horizon of light, disappearing into the forever dark, and we will be left alone. Our local group, the Milky Way and Andromeda, will merge. We will form one giant elliptical galaxy, but we will be isolated. The rest of Lania, the rest of the cosmic web, will be gone. This makes our current time, our current place, even more precious. We are living in the golden age of astronomy. We are living in the only time when we can see the structure of the universe. We can see the river we are swimming in. In the far future, the river will dry up. The view will darken. So, Earth is not just in a strange place, it is in a strange time. A moment of visibility before the eternal isolation. We are in the void, yes, but the void is what allows us to see the light. In the final part of our journey, we will return to the surface of our world. We will look at how this cosmic context, the bubble, the spur, the wave, the void, has shaped the very ground we walk on. We will look at the connection between the iron in our blood and the stars that cleared the bubble. We will find that the strangeness of the galaxy is not just out there, it is in us. We are the children of the clearing. We have traveled from the local bubble to the Orion spur, from the vertical waves of the galactic disk to the great river of Lania. We have seen the macrocosm. We have seen the vast, silent structures that hold us. But the story of our strange location is not just written in the sky. It is written in the stone. It is written in the mud at the bottom of our deepest oceans. To find the final piece of evidence for our strange home, we must look down. Deep beneath the waves of the Pacific Ocean, in the slow accumulating sediments of the abyss, scientists have found something that should not be there. They have found a specific isotope of iron, known as iron-60. Iron-60 is a ghost. It is radioactive. It decays over time. On a planet as old as Earth, any iron-60 present at its formation should have turned into nickel billions of years ago. To find it fresh, to find it in the layers of crust that are only 2 or 3 million years old, tells us a startling story. It tells us that Earth was dusted. Just as a traveler walking through a storm arrives home with snow on their coat, Earth has arrived in the present day with the dust of exploding stars on its surface. This iron-60 is the physical debris of the supernovae that carved out the local bubble. When those great stars died, when they blasted the cavity in the gas that we now inhabit, they also sprayed the solar system with heavy elements. We drifted through the shrapnel of their destruction. We breathed in their ashes. This connection is intimate. It is terrifying. It is beautiful. It means that the strangeness of our location is not theoretical, it is chemical. The very atoms in the microchips of our computers, the minerals in our soil, and perhaps even the subtle mutations in the DNA of our ancestors were touched by these events. We are not just in the bubble. We are of the bubble. This leads us to a profound realization about the necessity of our location. We often ask, are we alone? We scan the skies for radio signals. We look for Dyson spheres around distant stars, and we find silence. We find the great silence. Perhaps the answer lies in the map we have just drawn. Perhaps complex life is rare because strange places are rare. If we were in the spiral arms, we might have been sterilized by radiation long ago. If we were in the dense galactic core, the gravity of passing stars might have ejected Earth from the solar system, sending us drifting into the dark as a frozen rogue planet. If we were in a dense cluster, the night would be too bright for the rhythmic cycles of sleep and wakefulness that govern biology. We needed the quiet. We needed the suburbs. We needed the bubble. Our strange location acts as a filter. It shields us. The low density of the gas around us means fewer asteroid impacts triggered by drag. The magnetic fields of the bubble wall might even deflect high-energy cosmic rays that would otherwise mutate our genetic code too rapidly. We are like a flower growing in a sheltered crevice of a cliff face, protected from the gales that scour the open rock. The flower might wonder why the wind does not tear it apart, unaware that the very shape of the rock is saving it. We are that flower. The local bubble is the crevice. And yet, this shelter is dynamic. We are moving towards the edge. In a few million years, the sun will drift out of the local cloud. We will cross the shock front. We will enter the wall of the bubble. What awaits us there? The wall is where the action is. It is where the gas is denser. As we enter it, the heliosphere, the protective magnetic bubble around our own solar system, will be compressed. It will shrink. More cosmic rays will reach the atmosphere of Earth. The climate may change. The cloud cover may increase. We are approaching a transition. We have enjoyed the long, calm summer of the void. Now we are approaching the autumn of the wall. But this is not a cause for fear. It is the rhythm of the galaxy. We have crossed these walls before. Every time we leave a bubble, we enter the clouds, and eventually we find another clearing. The galaxy is a foam of these bubbles, a honeycomb of voids and walls. We are simply commuters crossing from one room to another. The iron-60 in the ocean floor is a reminder that we survive these transitions. We have been dusted by death, and yet we live. We have sailed through the debris of apocalypse, and we have turned it into data, into science, into wonder. This is the resilience of the passenger. The Earth is a sturdy ship. It has weathered the spiral arms. It has weathered the galactic plane. It has weathered the voids. And it carries us, its fragile cargo, safely through the strange and shifting geography of the Milky Way. Let us return now to where we began. Let us return to the field, to the cool night air, to the human observer standing alone under the canopy of stars. The sky looks the same as it did when we started. The constellations have not changed their shapes. The Milky Way still arches overhead, a silent river of milk. but our understanding of it has shifted. The silence of the night is no longer empty, it is heavy with meaning. We know now that this silence is a luxury. We are floating in a bubble of clarity carved by ancient explosions. We are drifting in a spur, tucked away between the crushing arms of the galaxy. We are bobbing on a wave high above the dust of the galactic plane. We are sliding through a void in the supercluster, far from the chaotic downtown of the universe. We are in a very strange place, a place of exceptional quiet, a place of rare transparency. It is easy to feel insignificant when we look at the scale of these structures. The local bubble is 1,000 light-years wide. Lania is 500 million light-years wide. What are we in the face of such vastness? But there is another way to look at it. Think of how precise our position is. Think of how many variables had to align to give us this clear, dark night. If the bubble hadn't formed, we wouldn't see the stars so clearly. If the spur wasn't so quiet, we wouldn't be here to see them at all. The universe has cleared a space for us. It has opened a window. In a noisy, crowded, violent galaxy, we have been given a library, a quiet room where we can sit and think and read the book of the cosmos. This strangeness is our greatest gift. It is the reason we are astronomers. It is the reason we are philosophers. If we lived in the nebula, we would know only the nebula. But because we live in the void, we can know the universe. So, the next time you look up at the night sky, do not just see stars, see the depth, feel the three-dimensional architecture of our home, feel the emptiness of the bubble around you, protecting you like a shell. Feel the gentle motion of the sun rising on the galactic wave. Feel the flow of the river of galaxies carrying us slowly towards the horizon. We are travelers in a strange land. We are the lucky ones. We are the sleepers in the quiet room, dreaming of the stars that surround us. The galaxy is vast and dark and deep, but here, in our little clearing, the light is clear, the way is open, and the silence is not the silence of nothingness, it is the silence of peace. Sleep well, traveler, the ship is steady, the course is true, and the bubble holds us safe in the dark. The story of our location is not a static one. We have spoken of where we are and where we have been, but the most dramatic chapter of our cosmic geography lies not in the past, but in the future. As we drift through the calm of the local bubble, enjoying the silence of the Orion Spur, a great event is approaching. It is an event that will fundamentally change the strangeness of our home. It will shatter the bubble. It will rearrange the stars. It will turn the quiet spiral of the Milky Way into a blazing arena of light. If you look at the constellation of Andromeda tonight, you see a faint smudge of light. That is the Andromeda Galaxy. It is 2.5 million light-years away. It looks peaceful. It looks distant. But it is falling towards us. Every second, the gap between our galaxy and Andromeda shrinks by 70 miles. We are locked in a gravitational embrace that began shortly after the Big Bang. We are two giants falling into each other's arms. For the next 4 billion years, our view will change slowly. Andromeda will grow. It will turn from a smudge into a disk and then into a giant spiral that dominates the night sky, dwarfing the moon in width. It will be a spectacular sight. A second Milky Way rising in the heavens, its spiral arms churning with star formation. And then we will collide. The collision of galaxies is not like the collision of cars. It is a collision of ghosts. The spaces between stars are so vast that it is unlikely that any two stars will physically crash into each other. The sun will not hit another sun. Earth will not crash into another planet. But the structure will be destroyed. The delicate spiral arms of the Milky Way will be shredded. The quiet Orion Spur, our safe suburban street, will be twisted and flung out into the dark. The local bubble will be popped, its gas scattered and mixed with the fresh inflows from Andromeda. Our solar system will likely be thrown into a long, looping orbit far out into the halo of the new combined galaxy. We might find ourselves exiled to the very edge of the system, looking back at the chaotic merger of the two cores. Or we might be funneled into the center, into the blaze of the new starburst. This new galaxy, often called Milkomeda, will be an elliptical galaxy. It will not be a flat disk. It will be a giant ball of stars, a swarm of bees buzzing around a dense center. The night sky on Earth, if Earth still exists, will no longer show a Milky Way band. It will show a sky filled uniformly with stars. The strange place we occupy today, the bubble, the plane, the spur, is a temporary arrangement. It is a fleeting architectural feature of the universe. We are living in the era of spirals. We are living in the era of structure. But we are moving towards the era of the blob. This merger is the destiny of our local group. Eventually, the Triangulum galaxy will join us. The dwarf galaxies will be consumed. All the islands in our local archipelago will merge into one single massive island fortress. And this fortress will be lonely. Recall the river of galaxies we spoke of earlier, Lania. Recall that the universe is expanding and that dark energy is pushing the other superclusters away from us. As gravity pulls our local neighbors together into Milky Way, the expansion of the universe will pull everything else away. The other superclusters, Virgo, Coma, Shapley, will recede faster and faster. Eventually, they will cross the cosmic horizon. They will move faster than the speed of light relative to us, and their light will never reach us again. They will wink out. One by one, the galaxies will disappear from the sky. This leads us to a profound realization about the privilege of our current moment. We are living in a unique window of time. We are living in the only time when it is possible to understand the true scale of the universe. Imagine a civilization that arises in the far future, 100 billion years from now, on a planet orbiting a red dwarf star in the Milky Way galaxy. When their astronomers look up, what will they see? They will see a sky filled with stars, the stars of their own massive galaxy. But when they build telescopes to look beyond, into the deep dark, they will see nothing. The rest of the universe will have disappeared. The expansion of space will have carried all other galaxies beyond the horizon. The cosmic microwave background. The afterglow of the Big Bang will have faded to a wavelength so long it is undetectable. These future astronomers will conclude that their galaxy is the entire universe. They will look at the static, eternal ball of stars around them and assume that this is all there is, all there ever was, and all there ever will be. They will have no evidence of the Big Bang. They will have no evidence of the expansion. They will have no evidence of other galaxies. They will be lonely, but they will not know they are lonely. We, however, know the truth. We are seeing the universe in its rich, dynamic youth. We are seeing the web. We are seeing the flow. We are located in a bubble that lets us see out at a time when there is still something to see. This adds a layer of poignancy to our strange place. We are the archivists of the cosmos. We are the witnesses. It is our duty, in this brief flickering moment of consciousness, to map the universe before it flies apart, to record the existence of the great river Lania before it dries up. Earth's location, this quiet, transparent bubble, is not just a safe harbor for life. It is an observatory built for this specific purpose. We are the eyes of the universe, opening just at the right moment, in just the right place, to see the glory of the whole. As we conclude this journey, let the feeling of strangeness settle into a feeling of gratitude. We are small, we are fragile, we are drifting in a void. But we are here, we are awake, and the view is spectacular. The bubble protects us, the spur shelters us, the galaxy carries us, and the void reveals the truth to us. We are Earth. We are the strange, lucky, lonely planet in the clearing of the cosmic forest. And for now, the sky is full of light. Good night.